Hey guys, Mike down here at Providence, downtown Peterborough, Ontario, Canada, with the one and only Flavour Taigen after game 3 and 4. So when they fall over the weekend, we have a hard time filming these things, and nothing really happens, so who gives a shit anyway? Who cares?
Listen, Matthew sucked.
We should just end it there, though. We should be like, nothing happened, that's it. Okay, mic's off. Thank you. Good night.
Matthew sucked. Marner sucked. Who else sucked?
We got a lot of sandbaggers.
We got a lot of sandbaggers. Everybody just sucked.
And look at the new flavor. You got the boysenberry. You got the transfusion with the vodka. You brought out the heavy hitters in the baggies today.
Well, after game 4, you're gonna need.
You got to drink.
You gotta forget.
You need a couple drinks to get through game 3
You gotta
and 4.
forget. Listen,
now,
they posted 40 shots. And Joseph Wall.
What game? What game are you talking about?
In game 4. Game 4 was the worst game. Game 3 was all right. Game 3.
Third game we had a chance.
Well, I mean, we started off bang, 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 and then next thing you know, second period.
We blew the lead again.
Second period, and Keith's Leafs came out.
Keith's Leafs rear their ugly heads every once in a while.
Yeah.
But 2-0 lead with this team traditionally through the season has been
solid. That has been solid.
Yeah.
But they just shit the bed.
Yeah. And what about that OT? We had another breakaway from Nyes, another breakaway from Nylander, and neither one of them could convert this time. The opportunities were there.
He's just the laziest. He's so lazy.
Will you do one of these tarps off, like go Big Willie Styles? If they win Game 5, will you go tarps off for our next?
Yeah, if Nylander tries on defense, I will. He's got to try on defense.
That's a big ask. I'm just saying a win.
But it's just. He's just lazy. If you watch the overtime goal, he didn't. And I get he was on the ice for 45, 50 seconds or whatever, but when you're in overtime on a game where you can go up 3-0, put the reigning Stanley Cup champions on the rope, listen, I don't care if you played a 3-minute shift, move. He stayed in one square on the ice for that entire D-zone shift, and what did Marchand do? Just went right around him.
He did what he always does to us.
And yeah,
he burns us.
Well, and then friggin' Morgan Riley, your captain had a hat trick.
Well, he got one in the right net, 2 in the wrong net.
Yeah, we need to get that the other way around.
I get it, but like if you look at all the goals that are happening across the NHL for all the playoffs, all the series, they're all these weird bounces. Yeah. They're like shots from the point with 30 guys in front of the net. This is a trend that is happening that the goalies are too good for clean shots.
Yeah.
And the traffic's too tight to let a guy loose.
Mm-hmm. Listen, I don't know what Berube's got to do, but Matthews can't take any more days off. This is brutal.
But he's in the media now.
He's in the
the media is destroying him now.
Yeah, good.
Where they've left him alone for a bit.
Yeah, good.
But do you buy I can buy he's hurt. Obviously, he's been hurt all year. His production was half of what it normally is.
Yeah, I get it, but there's no if he can't hit the net, stop shooting the puck. Like, it's just that simple. If you can't hit the net, then stop shooting the puck.
I know, but game 4, he gets a pass through the seam. He catches and releases it. That's normally a one-timer, and he didn't even try it. It happened twice.
Exactly.
So he's something in the mechanics of the way he's handling the puck. I wish Connor was on with us from Physio. He's over. Pulse Physio sitting at the bar right now. I wish he could explain the mechanics to us of what's happening here, because something's happening with his hands or his back or something that he's not able to shoot the way he normally does. But if you're not good enough to be in it, how can he play defense? How is he winning face-offs?
Yeah, I mean,
how can he do half his job?
Yeah, exactly. Listen, it wasn't all bad, right? Wall looked really good in game 4.
Stole the game.
He looked, the fact that it was only 1-0.
I know.
After they had posted 36
that second goal
shots.
Was dirty, though. That Bennett goal was...
Yeah, it was.
Fuck, I hate that guy so much.
Yeah, me too. Oh, me too. You know, Benoit had a great game 4, in my opinion.
Best 60 in the league.
Yeah.
Now, listen, does any of the stuff that happened in 4 bleed into 5? Like, is 5 going to be a bloodbath?
5 should be a bloodbath. I mean, they fined Domi for that hit, but then they won't go look at the elbow. On Marner. I had a poll on my Instagram story, and I was like, let me know when that hit became legal. And everybody said it's new when the Leafs are playing.
Yeah. Are there any body armor defensive players of the game, or are we going with just our best six-man defenseman?
Yeah, it's Benoit.
Petit Simon?
Benoit was He's
our guy?
He was the guy, yeah.
Okay.
Or I could even go Wall.
He was.
I could even go Wall.
He was unbelievable.
Yeah.
So Stolarz was on the ice this morning.
Yeah.
He's practicing. Is that like if we get through Florida, he's back?
Yeah.
Or do we see him in the series?
We don't see him in the series.
Okay.
I think.
And do we think we got a bit of animosity going into Game 5?
We should be so angry heading into 5.
Now let me propose you this: the first 2 games, we didn't play their game. We turned a cheek.
Exactly.
And we outscored them 9-2 or 9-3 or whatever. The next 2 games down in Florida, they were the aggressors. We tried to match. I think we got distracted.
Yeah,
we got to play our game.
Yeah,
we're not dirty players.
We're very good at our game. We're very, very good at, and Florida isn't good enough to play our game. And
is it a matching game at that point? Like, is it only because they got the matchup and they got to change? Because they changed coverage on Matthews. Games 1 and 2, he had the Barkov line. Game 3 and 4, he had the Marchand line. Changing that was huge.
Yep.
So if we have last change now,
we control the game.
Yeah, but like, is it conceivable to think that the Leafs want the Barkov matchup? Like, he got shut down for years playing Barkov. And now we want that matchup? We don't want him against Marsh?
Well, I think if you pull the Barkov matchup to the Matthews line, that frees up the Nylander line to have the Marchand lineup. And I think...
But that line is killing the Marchand line.
Yeah.
But Marchand has actually showed up a lot in the last 2 games.
Yeah, exactly. Or
what do you think of Tkachuk saying he's going to wing at Willie there?
Yeah, that, and that's another.
If he
thing.
does it, he'll be suspended forever.
Can you imagine Nylander would have been suspended if he had said that to Tkachuk? They would have
not for
suspended
the
Nylander.
same. I'm saying in Game 5, if Tkachuk actually goes out and does it, like if he actually goes out and hits him and throws an elbow, he warned him. It's premeditated.
He threatened him, is what he did.
It's crazy.
Listen, Florida's gotten away with a list of dirty things longer than Santa's naughty list. They're gonna get caught.
Eventually, they got to get penalized for some of these.
There's got to be one.
It's not Wes McCauley. He's not going to do it.
And I don't want to believe that. Oh, there's this narrative that the league wants the Leafs to lose, right? Like, I don't want to believe that. But after the officiating in Game 4 last night, or a couple nights ago, it's hard to not believe that.
Right.
It really is. Like I could have told you 3 penalties in between the 4 that Toronto got.
I mean, worst case scenario for the NHL is that they get a Winnipeg Toronto final.
Well, they don't want. Yeah, exactly.
in the American market,
imagine?
an all Canadian final would be a disaster.
That'd be terrible.
Yes.
Like, that'd be horrible.
Okay, so Game 5 in Toronto. What do you think? Pick a score.
I don't even know where to start. Like, are we going to come out firing again, and are we going to net 3 goals in the first period, or is it going to be 0-0, 0-0, and then 5 goals are scored?
Are you ready to call an anytime goal by Austin Matthews? He's got to hear the noise right now.
Yeah. Listen, do you know who I am going to call anytime by?
Morgan Riley?
Bobby McMahon.
Oh, get out of here.
Yep, Bobby McMahon.
You know Bobby McCan't isn't going to be doing anything.
And I'll even put my own money on it.
He might not even be in the lineup. Although he did mix it up at the end with Marchand, so maybe that dynamic continues, which would be fun because Bobby's got to outweigh him by 30 pounds.
Well, McMahon is 6'3" or something like that. He's probably 200 pounds. Like, he's a big guy.
He's got to be bigger than that.
Pacioretty's a big guy. Nyes is a big guy. Why can't we just hit somebody?
Patches wouldn't drop his gloves if his life depended on it.
And just all you got to do, I don't care if it's a big hit. I don't care if it's a little hit. Just get in the way. Just make sure they can't skate by you.
So you're not willing to call a score?
I don't know. I'll say 4-1 Toronto.
4-1?
I'll say 4-1.
You're saying Wall's keeping them to 1 goal right now?
Yeah, I think it's going to be roles reversed.
I think we're high scoring again. I think it's like 5-3.
Really?
4-3. Like, it's going to be.
Okay.
There's going to be lots of goals again. I think we're going back to Toronto. There's going to be lots of goals.
Okay. Will you call how many penalties the Leafs are penalized in the game?
I will say 5.
You say 5?
Yeah.
5. Okay.
Yeah, and I think Matthews gets one because the noise is too loud.
Okay.
And I think he gets something. And I also think we're going to see Marner with By
the way, Mitch Marner.
4 shots.
1 shot on goal.
I'm calling 4 shots.
In his last 3 games.
I'm calling 4 shots.
He needs to. He needs to put the puck on.
All right, so there you have it. We're calling it. Games 3 and 4 in the past, we're just going to leave them there. And we're going to look to Game 5 to go up and close it out in 6 in Florida.
You'll be there.
I'm not going to Florida, no. You know where we are, providenceptbo.com. If you need us, come down to the shop Monday to Friday, 10 to 5?
10 to 5.
That's it. Go Leafs, go.